Hello, Black Healing Matters family. This is Danielle here at the Black Healing Matters podcast, where we offer you ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. And I'm excited because today is Wednesday. And congratulations! You made it halfway through the week. It's hump day. And on this Welcome Wellness Wednesday, I'd like to pick up where we left off last Wednesday. And if you're like, okay, what happened last Wednesday? Well, if you haven't listened to that episode about the 8 symptoms of food addiction, you should definitely go back and check that out. Because today's episode really builds upon that episode. In that last week, we identified whether or not you could possibly have some issues with food addiction. And so if you are, whether or not you are identifying yourself as someone with issues of food addiction or not, this episode can be helpful to you. And so today we're going to talk about a way that you can start to manage and deal with your food addiction and cravings without simply relying on your willpower. Because we all know willpower is limited. It's a finite resource. And if you have to use your willpower for something that is so insidious, right? Something that you have to be on guard all the time. We know it's just a matter of time before our willpower fails us. And so another way of, instead of trying to do mind over body or mind over matter, why not get our bodies on board with us instead of working against us? You're like, okay, Danielle, what do you mean by that? What I'm talking about is resetting, pushing the reset button, getting our bodies back into a state of equilibrium or back into a state of balance. Because if we have these unnatural cravings for things that are not natural and not beneficial to our bodies, that means there's definitely an imbalance. And how can we restore that balance? Well, we can do that through a process of detoxification, otherwise known as detox. And I know you've probably heard this word because it's a buzzword nowadays. You've got your detox teas and, your famous celebrities doing detoxes, and detox is kind of a buzzword these days. And so today we're going to talk about specifically 4 ways that you can detox. And this is in reference to helping you not to lose weight. This is not just about losing weight. In fact, weight loss is simply a byproduct, just like restored energy and leveling your blood sugar are just byproducts of detox. So the first method of detox I'm going to talk about is probably the most well-known one. And probably because people like Beyonce and other famous celebrities have done the master cleanse. If you've ever heard of the master cleanse, basically it's lemonade, lemon and water and cayenne pepper. And so these types of detoxes, what I'll call liquid detoxes, are really usually some combination of fruit and water, like lemon water or lime water. Also, solutions like apple cider vinegar and water. Those all have detoxifying effects on our bodies. So if that's where you want to start, definitely do some research into these liquid forms of detox. They are effective. I've done them before. You definitely, afterwards, you feel better, feel cleaned out if you go through the steps and follow them. Now, some of them restrict your eating altogether, like the Master Cleanse, where you can't eat anything, no food. Some of them are not so restrictive, but again, you were trying to find something that works for you to achieve the outcomes that you're looking for. Number 2. The second method of detox that I recommend is juicing. And of course, juicing is a little bit different than a liquid detox in that juicing is when you actually extract the juice from fruits and vegetables, such as kale, oranges, apples, cucumbers. You actually put them through a juice machine that will extract the juices, usually by squeezing the fruits or vegetables that you put in. And on the other side of that, you get this juice. Okay. Now, people do juice detoxes where they simply drink this juice, this fresh made juice. It has to be fresh made every day for a certain number of days. And again, it's effective. Okay. And afterwards, of course, you will likely feel much better. You'll experience less cravings. So, you'll be much easier to deal with your addiction, food addictions, as well. Of course, you'll probably lose some weight. Number 3. This one is also pretty popular. The whole food detox method. So when I say whole food, I'm talking about basically you're eating foods, not, nothing extreme. It's not like just drinking liquid. But the whole food method usually has a restricted list. So if you're familiar with Dr. Sebi, a really well-known naturopathic doctor who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. Dr. Sebi recommended, he had what's called a mucusless diet or mucus-free detox. And this mucusless diet he recommended because he believed that all disorder in the body is due to a buildup of mucus. And by following this mucusless diet, you can expel the excess mucus from your body and therefore allow your body the nutrients and the energy to recover itself. And many, many, many people, if you look online, you search Dr. Sebi mucusless diet, you will find hordes of testimonials, reviews, and people that really believe in this method. And so I have to say it's likely effective. I haven't actually tried it, but if you see, there's a list of foods that Dr. Sebi recommends, and everything on that list seems to me that if you ate it, you'd be a healthy person. You'd be a healthy person because you're restricted to only eat those foods on the list. As well, Dr. Sebi recommends a whole host of herbs, herbal supplements to supplement this diet. So there's a whole food method for you. Again, very effective method. And last but not least, the last that we're going to talk about today is the coffee enema. Now, you're like, oh boy, enema? Really? Yes, no joke. Coffee enema has become really popular recently as a way to detoxify the body, specifically to detoxify the liver. And the liver, of course, plays a huge role in helping our body through the detoxification process because it is basically the body's detoxifier, right? It's kind of the powerhouse of detox in our body. So by helping the liver, you help the entire body to detox. That's at least what coffee enema enthusiasts believe. Now, before you rush out and go buy some coffee and like, okay, I'm doing this. Hold on. Don't go out there. Like I said before, please research your whatever method you choose. Please do not go out there telling Danielle told me to do this, so no. Don't put that on me, fam. Okay? Please, this is something that you definitely want to research. For example, if you're going to do a coffee enema, make sure that the coffee is appropriate, that it is organic. And, there's a method to this, okay, which I don't have time to go into because this episode is going to be over 10 minutes already. But this whole entire episode was simply meant to give you a basis of understanding of some things you can do to help you deal with food cravings and food addiction. So you don't have to simply rely on your willpower and, mind over matter. You can actually help your body to help you instead of your mind trying to do all the work. Because we know that don't work. Right? In the end, we all give in. All right. So if you've ever tried any of these methods, whether it be the liquid solution method, like the Master Cleanse or ACV, or juicing, or whole food diet, or even coffee enema, please let me know. Call in, leave me a message. Of course, send me an email, blackhealingmatters@gmail.com. Also, check us out on SoundCloud, on Facebook, on YouTube. We're everywhere. As well, if you have not joined the Facebook group yet, please do yourself a favor. Get over there where we really continue the conversation on many of these episodes over on the Facebook page, which is popping. Okay. We get new members all the time. So it's a really exciting place. On that note, Black Healing Matters family, I love you. I know you know it, but stay blessed. As always, Black Healing Matters.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.